Coach, maybe up there with one of the most complete games that you've played so far this season?
I think so, Mike, other than the last 3.5 minutes of the first half. You know, we let a 10-point lead dwindle to 3. We got outscored 7 points in that session. You know, we had some odd lineups in because we were in some foul trouble with our top 3 post players, Udeze, Ichinike, and Marcus being saddled with a couple of fouls. So we threw an outlet pass away. We didn't defend as well as we could, and we just weren't coming up with the ball. But other than that, man, I thought we played very well. We shot the ball pretty well, 42% from 3, 73% from the line. That's usually good enough. We out-rebound the other team by 10, and we're 19-6 on points off turnovers and 16-7 on second chance points. So, you know, that's a good team. They just got a couple of guys healthy and eligible. I really like Zero. How do you say his name? Abanar?
O'Banner.
O'Banner is a young player that in his 15, 16 minutes has given him like 10 and 6 since on what was happening early, he wasn't playing. Maybe injured or he hadn't figured it out. Of course, Emmanuel
Nezekwezi.
Yeah, he's really good too. He goes for 17 and 6, and he's a man down there. When he gets the ball, he usually puts it in the basket. I was happy for Kalen Malone. I tell you what, I was happy for Kalen Malone. That kid came here, no offers. I don't even think he had a Division II offer, to be honest with you. And his dad will probably dispute me on that, and he'll probably call me up and be mad at me. But the bottom line is he came and he got better. And he was part of 2 NCAA tournament teams. But at the end, I thought we could get a little better as a point guard and scholarshiped Ricky. First we scholarshiped Alex Lomax, and then we scholarshiped Ricky. So, but he found a home, and Oral Roberts took him in. Paul's really happy with him. The kid's playing with great energy and composure, knocking down shots, which he couldn't do when I promise you, he could not make those threes when he came here. So good for him, and hopefully he continues to have a wonderful career. 12 points, 7 assists, and 5 for 11. So good for Kalen Malone. I'm really happy for him.
A couple of things that you mentioned too, shocker-type stuff. I mean, the offensive rebounding really went after it on the board. 17 offensive rebounds, and there were a couple of plays. One kind of signature play in the first half where Eric Stevenson was hardly the closest guy to the ball, and just a headlong dive, and it ends up with a 3-point opportunity for Jaime.
One of my favorite plays of the season thus far. I can't wait to go home and watch it on video, but JB should have gotten the ball first, okay? Anybody that taped the game or can rewind the game on television, JB should have had the ball. He didn't come up with it. Eric then goes headlong, comes up with the ball, and then makes the play over the top while he's on the ground to Jaime, who's right under the basket, and he was able to dunk it in. But that's Shocker basketball. That's playing angry. That's caring about winning more than maybe a scuff mark on your knee.
And Ricky Torres shows that he's the guy that you've been waiting for, and he did a great job tonight. He's
tremendous using those ball screens and getting into the foul line area. He's been a good pull-up jump shooter since he's been here. For whatever reason, that 3 ball has escaped him. Tonight he knocks one down. He goes 1 for 3, which is all he needs to do. He just needs to make 1 or 2. That's it. We don't need him to make 5 threes to win. We need him to handle the ball, go 6 assists, 1 turnover. 6 assists, 1 turn, and he actually had a block in transition late in the game. It was transition. It was right on the left side going that way, and somehow he got in there and got credited with a block shot when I thought they were going to lay the ball in again in transition.
And he has gone from being tentative and worried too much about turning it over to a guy who's really starting to play with confidence and lead the team.
Yeah, he's just composed. He's very bright. He really understands our system, has from day one. And he's trying to compete on the defensive end, and he's really good with loose balls and things like that. He had a great play at Southern Miss for a loose ball. He ended up rolling on it and then got it to us, and that's when we built that lead to 16-17. But I thought this was by far his best game, complete game. He looked not to be an offensive liability, which is all we need.
When Marcus wasn't canning 3-pointers from in front of your bench, he was going to the free throw line and was perfect, 10 of 10.
Yeah, and we need him to do that. You know, he's got to set the tone. He's got to be the veteran, the mature guy going to the foul line, and he did that well tonight. He was aggressive without being wild. I thought he made 1 or 2 questionable decisions down there, but you know, he got the whistle. He got bailed out a little bit.
Overall, also, they stayed in the zone all night. Were you pretty happy with the way you attacked the zone?
Well, I mean, if we score 84 points, we're usually pretty good. So, you know, they played the zone. They saw us struggle against Southern Miss zones. We've been working on zone all year long. We really made another emphasis in the last couple of days. We anticipated zone, and I thought we were pretty good. You know, we shot one of our better percentages for the year, and we score 84, and it's also tough to box out in a zone, so we have the 10 rebound differential. That's a big team. Paul's done a good job of assembling some young, talented pieces. I think Weaver is a good player. Kerwin Smith is the fifth-year transfer. The kid Laxis, he can shoot the ball along with Aiden Saunders. Aiden Saunders is generally, I mean, he's been the key to their win against Richmond. He can really score the basketball.
A lot of three-point shots, which usually means the rebounds are going to come out quite far, and your guards did a great job. You've got Stevenson with 8 and Burton with 8, and they led your squad in rebounding. Yeah,
Eric is, I told Eric, the difference in him right now and Ron Baker is he's a little reckless. He's a little wild. Ron was never reckless or wild. Ron was always composed and under control. Eric Stevenson has some of his same qualities. He's probably bigger and stronger at the same point, the same point as freshman. He can shoot the ball, but he goes 1 for 9 tonight. But he's really tough. He's really tough, and he had this doesn't. I don't know what it goes in as a box score, but a violation. But we had a ball going in the basket, and he just up there and he jams it through, but it cost us 2 points. It looked great. Okay, it's he'll probably enjoy sending that. He'll have to turn the sound down, and as soon as that clip's over, he'll have to say, okay, that was my slam to the center of the earth on the follow. But I don't want to let people know it didn't count. It was offensive goaltending. But he had a crazy shot in the first half where he should have gone strong side, and he tried to reverse it, but he's all over the place. He's so rugged and tough. He's going to be a very fine player.
I asked you after the 2 wins over Jacksonville State and Southern Miss if you felt like you'd made progress, and it was kind of a hard question to answer. There were a lot of ups and downs. This seems like a game that you can build on as some signs of progress and some things that were done right.
I hope so, Mike. But don't get crazy now. Let's temper our expectations. We've got 19 games left. We'll be the underdog in about 14 of them. Okay? That's a fact. So we're going to have to just continue to get better, continue to fight. Every single game is going to be a struggle. There's going to be no blowouts from here on out. Hopefully we don't get blown out, but we're not going to be blowing out the rest of the teams that we play because the league is very good. The bottom, where we're in the bottom, is just okay, but the rest is tremendous.
Well, congratulations on the win, and we'll look forward to the trip to VCU.
Okay, Saturday. Here we go.
All right, Coach, thank you. Shocker head coach Gregg Marshall, again.